Hello, boys and girls. I am starting my YouTube video over here. It is Monday, April 6th. We are doing first and second grade social studies. So for homework, you guys, we're supposed to write out your vocabulary words in your journals. And we're going to discuss these definitions and some examples of some book titles for which books are fiction, which books are nonfiction. So a fiction, you should have all these written in your social studies journal. So open your social studies journal to this page. And we're going to go over our vocabulary words. Remember last week our vocabulary words were producer, consumer, needs, wants, income, and price. We're going to go back over those words again. Consumer, producer, needs, wants, income, and price. Those are the words we learned last week. This week we are going over fiction, nonfiction, and fact. Fiction, nonfiction, and fact. So, a fact is something that is true or that has really happened. That is a fact. A fiction book is something that is made up and not real. Fiction is not real. So think of some books in your head that you know that are factual, and some that are not, that are fiction, that are not real. Some, you can tell usually by the title of the book if it's real or if it's not real. So, and a non-fiction book is a book that tells the facts. So we have facts, non-fiction, and fiction. Fiction is something that is made up and not real. So for example, since somebody typed the name of a title in the chat bar to tell me a book of something that is made up and not real. And how do we know? My title is Pete the Cat. Everyone knows Pete the Cat, right? Pete the Cat is a non-real book. Where is my book? Oh, I have it here somewhere. Pete the Cat is a non-real book. How do we know? Because it is fiction, because it is not real. It has a talking cat. Cat in the Hat. What is that? What kind of a book is that? Is it real or not real?
Not real.
It's not real. It's made up. Cat in the Hat is made up. Cat in the Hat is made up. It is not real. Pete the Cat is not real. The books that Noah brought into school about the ocean and the fish and the sharks, those are all factual books. He brought in a lot of factual books. So therefore, those books were non-fiction. He brought in non-fiction books because they had all facts about animals and ocean life and stuff like that. And you can tell from the cover of the book pretty much if it's going to be fact or fiction. Casey said Finding Dory. Very good. Finding Dory is fictional. It is made up, not real. Noah. Yes, I like your books that you brought into class. Casey said The Grinch. Good job, Casey. The Grinch. The Grinch is fictional, is made up. Hi, Benji. So do we all understand fiction and non-fiction? Fiction and non-fiction. So everyone should have those words. Can you all scan me your definitions? And yeah. Hi, Aiden.
I have one this one.
What?
Beauty and the Beast is a fiction.
Yes. Beauty and the Beast is fictional. All of the characters that are talking that are not real, are fiction. Like Christopher said, chicka chicka boom boom. That is fictional. Good. Alice in Wonderland. Oh my, Alice in Wonderland is definitely fictional. It has all those talking animals in it. It's crazy, right? The girl gets big and little. It's right. It's a fantasy. Fantasies are made up, not real. Noah says 50 meters down. That sounds like a factual book to me. Is that about the ocean? 50 meters down in the ocean. So that sounds like a fact book. So that would be nonfiction. What else? What other books? You get the idea. So fiction is something that is made up and not real, and nonfiction is a book that tells facts. So we probably like to read a lot of fictional books. Casey said Little Red Riding Hood. Noah said Pinocchio. Yes. Pinocchio is a boy made out of wood who comes to life and starts talking. Casey said Little Red Riding Hood. That's where the wolf talks. Josiah said Happy Feet. Right, that's where the penguins are talking. So those are all.
Sleepy Beauty was fun like that.
Yeah, those are all just fantasies. They're all made up.
Let's cry. She's crying.
Yes.
I know what it's like the 3 pigs that build that, but the wolf tried to eat the pig.
Right. So does a wolf talk?
Yeah.
In the fictional book it does. Okay, so look at this page. Bigfoot. Happy Feet. You're funny. Made up stories are fiction. Non-fiction books tell facts. A fact is something true. Fiction books. Step 1, read the title of this book. It is a biography. Biographies are books about real people. Biographies are books about real people. Look at the words and pictures. The words tell facts about Mae Jemison. The picture shows Mae Jemison. Decide if this book is fiction or non-fiction. What makes you think so? Is this book fiction or non-fiction? Is this book fiction or non-fiction?
Non-fiction.
It's about real people. So it is a book that tells facts. It is non-fiction. So
Both of them, fiction and non-fiction. Both of them.
this book is about an astronaut. This book on the paper is non-fiction. It is true. It tells facts. The next book is, look at these two books, then follow the directions. Choose the book that you think is fiction. Tell why you think it's fiction. Choose the book that you think tells facts. Explain why you think the book tells facts. Okay, so there's a book of Martin Luther King Jr. And there is a book called The Small Mice of Holmesville. Which book is fiction and which book is nonfiction?
The fiction is that one
Not both, Noah. I can't, guys, you have to go in the chat, guys. I can't hear everyone talking at once.
non-fiction.
Reply in the chat. There are two books. There are two books.
Say non-fiction.
The book about Martin Luther King Jr. is what? Non-fiction. Non-fiction tells facts. So the book about non-fiction. Non-fiction would be the book about Martin Luther King Jr. That would be the non-fiction book. That would be the factual book. Martin Luther King Jr. is the non-fiction. The story about the mice, it looks like the story about the mice it looks like the mice are going to be talking. So I'm going to say that this mouse book called The Small Mice, the mice book, I'm going to say is fiction, made up. Right, Casey, Martin Luther King's non-fiction and the mouse book is fiction. CCC, everyone understand? If it's real, if it's a true story, if it's telling about peoples or events, and it is not made up, it is true. It is non-fiction. Fiction is when it is made up. A fictional book is made up. It's like a fairy tale. It's made up. And if it's real and true about someone or an event, it is factual book. Comprende. Yes, CCC. Planets, non-fiction. True. The Cow and the Fiddle is made up. Cow and the Fiddle is fiction. It is not true. Oh, thank you, Anna. You sleeping? Okay. Anna's bored. Next, make a T-chart. Make a T-chart under your definitions in the journal. I'm going to type this out for you. Make a T-chart in your journal underneath, and you're going to...
What's a T-chart?
One second. You're going to make this. A T-chart looks like a T. You're going to write fiction on one side and non-fiction on the other side. Put this underneath or on the next page from your definitions of fiction, non-fiction, and fact. Fiction is made up, not real. Characters are not real. It's usually people or animals. Not real people or animals. Events that did not really happen. Non-fiction is facts. It is real. Real people, real events. And a fact is a true or really happened, can be proved to be true. Fact. So make a T-chart underneath your definitions, and you're going to put in all the book titles that you can fit on that page of fiction books and non-fiction books. Write in some book titles. I'm showing you, Casey.
Fine. Let's go.
Get your, just get out your socials journal. You should have your socials journal. Rebecca, what do you have? Rebecca, read some to me.
Okay, then I'll put it. And so fiction books. So the fiction books are Alice in Wonderland. The other one is The Cat Sings Flat. Splat the Cat Sings Flat.
Those are all fiction?
And the nonfiction are George Washington and plants and I mean planets.
Oh, those are your nonfiction. Good, very good. Good job.
Okay.
I'll check you off.
Miss
Um,
Klein, you saw my I sent to you. Miss Klein?
I'm gonna look after class. I'm waiting for everybody to hand it in and then I will look at everybody's all together. Okay. Okay, so this is what, so just send this to me, your fiction, nonfiction, fact, with your definitions and your books, and that is the lesson for today. Tomorrow we are starting a new unit. Not a new unit, but a new category. Okay, so I'm gonna write homework is just to send me your T-charts with fictional and non-fictional books. Okie dokie. Okay guys, during the lesson, let me say goodbye here. Bye.